I'm starting a completely empty project, and I'll be implementing neural network for trading stocks. And this is my prompt for Cursor. We'll start with something simple, like a config file with some constants in it. So let's see what it does. And here I have the config file with the constants that I was asking. Okay, now we will be adding stocks dataset class. And it will have the data tensor and the labels tensor. These are the input tensor that the neural network will get as an input, and the tensor it's supposed to produce as an output. Let's do that. So this is the class that it created. And this is not exactly what I want, but it's exactly what I asked for, right? So I need to explain in more detail what I want. So the neural network, it will not receive just one time slice as an input. It will receive window size because it will be like a sliding window over the data. So I need to explain it to the cursor that this data tensor that is generated by get item, it should be shaped like a window size. So this is my prompt. I'm saying that currently the code is written in such a way that each training example contains just one time slice. However, I want it to be a sliding window. This means x of each training example will have a shape window size by time slice. Now that's correct. So it says that the total number of examples will be equal to n time slices minus window size plus 1. And now it creates this larger tensor that contains the whole window. So when the new stock data comes in, I want to be able to append this stock data to the data set. That's why I'm asking Cursor to add additional function, add time slice. That function will accept an array with time slice sized numbers and will append this to the data tensor. Okay, I have this function here, add time slice. Wait, does this time slice have to be a tensor? I actually don't want it to be a tensor because I don't want to have tensor outside of this code. I want my own code that I will write to have just usual lists. Is the time slice input to add time slice a tensor? I would prefer to have a usual array in there and conversion to tensor to be done by add time slice. All right. Now it's just a list. Okay, and I also want additional function append labels. The same thing as for the time slice, just for labels. So let's ask Cursor to implement that. There you go. Append labels. Okay, I actually changed the names of the functions to be more consistent. So now this is called append data, and this is called append labels. And I want init functions not to accept tensors, because I want the stocks dataset to be initially empty, and I will just add data there using append data and append labels. All right. So I think for now I'm done with this class. Okay, now that I have a stock data set, I need some way of appending data to this data set from my C++ program. And the way to do it will be a server class. So here is a new prompt. I'm asking Cursor to implement a server class, which will listen to the socket and will execute append data command when this command is received from a socket. Let's see what it does. So here's my server. So it listens to a socket, handle append data. So this is the append data command. This is the start. Start the server and listen for command. So it receives. So it receives command. So it says command receive decode strip. Read the command. Okay. And then, so basically, if it receives this string from a socket, append data, then it calls the function append, handle append data. And this function receives a socket and it reads data from this socket. This makes sense. So Cursor suggests to add more commands like append labels. I think it makes sense. Let's add append labels as well. Yes, let's add append labels as well. So here's my append labels, and the server loop is now looking like this. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, now it's time to add a trading model. So here's my prompt. Let's add a class trading model derived from PyTorch module, which will be able to process example from stocks dataset. And I want it to use transformers. Let's go. So here's my model py. And it outputs the number of output that I want. So there's a forward method with some layers in it. Oh, what's that? Generate square subsequent mask. Oh, this is for future use. So it doesn't use attention mask. And there's a positional encoding. Oh, what's positional encoding? Oh, it uses it here. It's positional encoding. Okay. So now I have neural network model. Okay, now I need class training loop. that will actually run this training loop and execute the training. So that's what I'm asking Cursor to implement. So let's see what it does. So training py. So it says while epoch in range n epochs, and so on and so forth. So it creates optimizer Adam, and there is a save model, and there is a load model. Okay, now I need a way to call the training loop from my C++ code. So I'm asking Cursor to add command run epochs to the server. This command should use training loop to train the model for specified number of epochs. Okay, here's a new function. It's called handle run epochs. And it creates a new trainer. I think I don't want new trainer every time, because maybe I will call it several times. So let's not create a new training loop every time run epochs is called. We may want to keep the same trainer across several training calls. I like Cursor that it always praises me. Whatever I suggest, it says good point, and then it explains why is it a good point. So now I guess it creates trainer somewhere in initialization function. It creates the trainer, and then it will use this trainer every time I call this function. All right, so now the server is in a runnable state. So I can show you that if I start it, then it says server listening on the local host 5000. So now it's time to implement the C++ part of the code that will send data to the server and will start training the model.